Good evening, dear viewers. Today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic. Tell us what it's about, Diana Charry.
Good evening, everybody. Today we gonna talk about an interesting topic: gamification and game-based learning. For the reason, we have an special person. Good evening, there, Alba Vega. How are you?
Good evening, dear Denita. I'm so excited and so happy to be here and could share with you this space.
Could you please tell us something about gamification and game-based learning for clarify our ideas?
Yes, of course. Gamification is learning that incorporates gaming elements into the learning activities. In this case, content and interaction. Assessment, of course. Common example of this includes point system advantages. In the other hand, games-based learning is when games are used to facilitate learning. This learning is often related to the learning of concepts to enhance cognitive knowledge or the learning through the simulation activities to enhance students' cognitive, behavioral, and affective abilities that often parallels real-life situations.
I understand that gamification applies game elements to existing learning activities and game-based learning design learning activities that are in-game like.
Yes, Yannick. In game-based learning, the game is the learning experience, whereas in gamification, the game components are added to the traditional instruction method.
Okay, Albita. Now about taking question. Would be possible to implement the strengths in the context?
Of course, Yannick, we could implement both in our context, but it depends on the resource that we have. For example, for use game-based on learning, we must have a lot of reserve for create the environment. In the other side, if we want to use gamification, we can use our classes with different strategies, more flexible, and create a link between games and the topic.
Okay. You try to say me that teacher should use it according to the context.
Yes, in those cases, you have to think in the goal of your class. And according to that, use the strategy that you will prefer. I bring you an example. If you are studying the animals, you could use a fine iteration, like a gamification strategy, for develop different activities, for get points, and do other speaking or writing activities. But if you have a game that is the focus in the topic and every activity is related to this game, you would use a game-based learning because the game is the tool for develop the class.
Thanks. I have cleared this. But what are the advantages and disadvantages of gamification and game-based on learning?
Okay, Denita. First, we're going to talk about the disadvantage of both. The first is the cost that it has. Also, games aren't always create equality. If you can use well, games can be a source of distraction. It requires a technology curve. At the principal, it doesn't replace traditional learning strategies. On the other hand, for the advantage we have in the classroom is the ability to engage students more effectively than traditional coursework. It can be a motivation tool for our students. Both can be employed in a variety of subjects, math, science, English. They use games elements to help students learn new contents and practice new skills in risk-free setting.
Thanks, Alvita, but time is up.
Thank you, Dianita, for the invitation.
We hope that this information will be useful for you. Please write any question for our next videos.
Thank you very much, Diana and Elvita. Now we go with a topic of interest.
Hello. Long vowel sounds are vowels that are pronounced the same as their name. Short vowel sounds are vowels that are pronounced in Spanish. Long vowels. Day. Evening. Home. Here. Tool. Team. Meet. Might. Could. Apply. Short vowel. App. Map. Well. Tell. Big. Win. Box. Dot. Cut. Puff. Thank you so much.
Thanks again for the information. Tomorrow we will have more news.